you've worked on 6 projects with Guillermo.
No, not this year.
No, yeah, but does each one, how did this one start? Does each one always start with a lookbook, or how did
It started when we were working on Shape of Water, because this is the triptych, Shape of Water, of the 3 monsters, Shape of Water, Pinocchio, and Frankenstein. Guillermo always dreamed of filming a Frankenstein, so we often spoke about it. But it started, I guess, after Pinocchio, when he mentioned the idea of having this huge monster on screen, but not making it a monster but a creature, like he did with Pinocchio and Shape of Water again. He doesn't like to say the monster, it's the creature, and that's what he is looking for, I think, to bring us into that world and be able to have empathy with that creature. That's what he likes about Frankenstein, so that's how we started.
He said that the film is about fathers and sons and the generation of fathers and sons. And I'm curious, how did you find that theme musically and also balance it with the Gothic Frankenstein that we all know?
Well, we tried to avoid, I think, any Gothic reference. You heard the music is quite joyful at times. This was the waltz that just ended. This suite is actually a counterpoint to something we see on screen. For those who haven't seen the film, you haven't seen the film, so you'll hear it in the film. I'm not going to give it away, but I think all along the process we try to not be too much on the nose and not play this, how he's the monster and he's tapping his feet, and no, it was mostly about being delicate. So the score is actually starting with a pure solo violin, which is already saying to the audience, oh, you're going to love this creature as brutal and huge and strong that it looks. It's actually very fragile and sensitive.
I was going to say there was a choice to use delicate instrumentation during some of the most scariest scenes.
Yeah. Well, it's on the screen, so why mimic what is already there, unless it's really necessary? I don't know. At some point, there's always this thing I like to say, that a good score balances function and fiction, and some scores need more function than fiction. This one needed a lot of fiction to be, showing something else than just what is on screen, more deeper sentiments. And yes, there is this father and son thing, because this Frankenstein, he's a doctor, he's not a creature, by the way. So Dr. Frankenstein, Victor Frankenstein, is creating this perfect thing because he's like an artist, and you'll see in the film, he behaves like an artist, he's dressed like an artist, and he has this trance when he's creating his creature that is as beautiful as it can be. He's not creating a monster, and again, the movie is not about that. It's about forgiveness and love and empathy.
The number of minutes, how much music did you compose?
I don't know, an hour and a half or something, yeah.
And as far as how is he when it comes to music?
It's not a matter of amount; it's about the quality.
Well, sometimes it's the silent.
You heard about that, right?
But the silent moments. The silent. Sometimes it's very deliberate where they put silent moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I must say we make a good balance with Guillermo, because at times I want to do something very restrained and very French, and he says, more Mexican, more Mexican, more Mexican. So, and on the other hand, when I know when I've nailed the tune or the moment to picture that really is spot on, because he cries, because he's Mexican, see, so for French don't cry. They drink, but they don't cry.
Alexandre
Merci.
Desplat.